Sorry, we're closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Episode, I have no idea, but another episode here of Sorry We're Closed. And I'm sitting here actually on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Hoboken, New Jersey, watching the Red Sox game. They're doing pretty well right now. Alex Verdugo's up here in the bottom of the sixth, man on second, as I do this podcast. And funny enough, Fernando Abad just came into the game for the Baltimore Orioles, who coincidentally, was traded for me back in 2016. So, anywho, I've been wanting to talk. I've talked to quite a bit about this already in past shows, but I always say that I have pretty much everything in my short business career to networking. I really do. It's crazy just how much a network can get you places. Now granted, I have a much better understanding of the restaurant game now. I don't nearly do the day-to-day stuff, but as far as business management and managing the books and looking at the statements and profit loss statements and all that boring stuff, I have a much better understanding. I continue to learn about it, honestly, as we keep going. But I owe so much to my network of people that it's just a common theme that I talk about over and over and over again on this podcast. And it's no different today. A couple things have come up in just kind of my day-to-day life that continues to remind me about this network. So I wanted to kind of bring them up to you. First thing that keeps popping up is my last team in baseball was the Seattle Mariners. And you always just have, I can't remember if I liked everyone on the team, but I'm sure I liked most people on the team. But you always have someone that you're kind of close with. Typically, relievers hang out with relievers, starters hang out with starters, infielders hang out with infielders, so on and so forth. So normally you have your closest friend of the team is typically one of those people. So it was a little bit rare, not crazy rare, but it was a little bit rare that probably my best friend on the team was a starter, and the guy by the name of Christian Bergman. Bergman. And we used to, we were, I knew I was on the tail end of my career. We call ourselves loungemen because when we go into it's the PCL, so you're doing everything by plane. We would always stay in the lounges before the flight instead of doing anything like sitting by the terminal or whatever at the gate. And at the time, I knew he did some real estate on the side, but at the time, I didn't really know that our personalities matched up well. And honestly, if you go listen to his, I don't know that he does a podcast. I know follow him on Instagram, Christian Bergman. I forget or it's Bergman36. I can't remember what it is, but I'm following him, so you can go look at my followers. But he does something in the sense that I see him with a microphone by his desk talking, but he's got a really good understanding of the real estate game, and I'm sure he's learning quite a bit. I see him talk about similar things that I talk about in the restaurant game, and it just goes back to you don't people match for a ton of reasons as good friends, but sometimes you just don't even know how well you matched until years and years down the road. I keep in touch with Berg every now and again, but that entrepreneurial spirit that we probably didn't even know we had or this aggressive in it, is probably part of the reason why we hung out so much and why we got along so well, because we were trying to do that. I know we talked briefly in some of the lounges about business and things like that, but he's buying 100 unit places right now. I'm I said I'm on my third restaurant now, hopefully buying 4 or 5 here soon, and it's something that I want to stress to you guys that is so rare in the game of baseball. The vast majority of people either stay in the game, go get a traditional 9 to 5, which again I always want to stress that I'm by no means talking down to those people. You like what you like. But it's just interesting how people can become friends for probably more reasons than they even know as they're becoming friends. Because I know Ian Berger, he's like one of the only guys I know that does a ton of does that entrepreneurial life post baseball, minus a guy by the name of Anthony Renato down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's doing a bunch of stuff. But other than that, it's hard to remember anyone, and it's crazy to think. On top of that, you talk about Green Rock right now, on top of the old Berg train, but a lot of people know that the Barstool guys come and hang out at Green Rock a lot. I've obviously been very close with Jared. I've become very close with Hubs. Those guys are friends, and they become friends, and then they've brought people who now become friends, guys like Marty Mush, Dana Beers, who I don't get to see all that often, but close with. Zaz is a good friend. Glenny Balls now. You have so many of those people that come now and are friends. I consider them friends of mine. But I always take care of them at the bar, not just because they're friends. Obviously, they're got quite the following. They're good at what they do, and they're good guys. I don't have to worry about them causing any trouble at the bar, which is always very important. But recently, we had a nice thing for Green Rock. This coming Thursday we have. I haven't put it publicly out yet, but this coming Thursday the Foreplay guys are going, which I think arguably could be the biggest golf podcast in the world. And they're coming to Barcelona, coming to Green Rock to do an event, like a meet and greet from 5 to 8 on this Thursday to get ready for the Northern Trust, which is happening in Jersey City. And you think about that. And I just went on a rant how long ago about free drinks a couple episodes ago. When you think about that, of course I've given them free drinks, plenty of them, honestly. Let's say over the course of the year of me being friends, I've given them. They don't really drink anything. I know Glenny likes Tito's. Marty, most of them drink Red Bull vodkas, but they not always care if it's Tito's. They kind of go, back and forth. But even if we did Tito's, say we've used a whole case of Tito's on them over the year, which would be a lot of liquor. Let's say it's $25 a bottle, 12 in a case. You're saying 25, whatever that might turn out to be. 25 and 12 in the case, so it's 250, $250, or it's just $300. $300 to have, if let's say Barstool posts about Green Rock, or let's say Foreplay posts about Green Rock, which is about 800,000 followers. Barstool was 7 million. I mean, right then and there, it is so much. We have far exceeded the return on investment there. And it's not even close. Not to even talk about the fact that from 5 to 8 on a Thursday, when we're probably slow, we might be slammed now. We might be at capacity from 5 to 8. It's crazy to think about when you do things like this, and when you push these things and give these people, let's say free drinks. Just say they're not my friends. I just take care of them because of who they are. It's crazy to think about a simple $200. Even if I spent 4 cases on them and it's $1,000, it is still wildly in the green on return on investment for me. Wildly. And that's assuming that they haven't, Marty is crazy enough. Marty, Glenny, those guys often have people come up to them in the bar and try to buy them drinks. Sometimes they'll buy me a drink. I own the place. I can buy myself a drink. I can just get it for free. Marty probably get it free, but right then and there, I'm making some money on it. So, these are the little nuanced things that I think people oftentimes forget. I hear guys come say all the time, no matter who you are, you come to my bar, you pay. Okay, that's fine. But if let's say there's a bar across the street called Pig and Parrot, very friendly with the owners of there, really good guys. I don't really know their policies, but let's say, for example, that they have, no matter what, everyone pays. Everyone pays, no matter who you are. Now, I personally like Green Rock's vibe better than Pig and Parrot. It actually depends on the day. Sometimes I like Pig and Parrot's vibe because it's not as, crazy in your face. They have a good party scene over there. But let's say, for example, you get a guy, 23-year-old, Red Sox player who's got 1 million followers on Instagram, loves to come out. He's going to drink at cost, let's say, $20 worth of liquor a night. That'd be a lot at cost. Remember, a whole bottle of house vodka cost me $5. So $20, let's say, a night. With that return on investment of him coming in and say, hey, listen, I'll give you $20. I'll give you $20 worth of free drinks tonight. I'm not going to say that, but I'll just give you $20 worth of free drinks tonight. That bar, although very fun as well, make him pay. Let's say, for example. Which bar is he more than likely, let's say they give the exact same vibe, which bar is he more than likely going to go to more and pay more and bring more people to because of his popularity? Which bar is he more likely to do that for? Not that he even doing it. He might just be out, 23-year-old kid, posting stuff on Instagram story about where he is. Not advertising the bar, but he is nowadays. Who's he more likely to do that with? He's probably more likely to come to Green Rock than he is to go, let's say, Pig and Parrot, which is across the street. There's a fine line, of course, when it comes to giving free drinks away, etc. But the other thing you have to think about is that there's returns on these investments. When you give a free drink out, it's technically an investment. Unless I'm giving it, let's say, to just a business partner who, it's still an investment. It's hard to grasp a thought process where I'm not giving this drink out as an investment. It's hard to think about. And with that being said, you have to understand that this is just the nature of the game. And again, I'm not saying Pig and Parrot does this, so let's, just using them as an example, but who's more than likely to stand the test of time when they have, I had someone, I heard a rumor from this past weekend, someone was down the shore at a bar, and there was a bartender at one of the Green Rock bartenders was bartending down there, and they go, oh, do you still work at Green Rock? You work there, right? He's like, yeah, and the guy was like, oh, I heard famous people go there. I'm thrilled to hear that. It's more than likely Barstool guys. I'm sure we get Giants players, etc. That go. But it's crazy to think about that if that's being talked about, people want to go to Green Rock now. And remember, I've raised prices at Green Rock. Remember that, I'm not charging people. No one's at Green Rock for the cheap drinks. That's why I don't charge cheap drinks. People are there because there's famous people that come here, because Green Rock it provides this type of music rather than this place, because the atmosphere is so good. There's better looking girls or there's better looking guys. Whatever the case may be, no one has come in being like, hey, listen, I'm here for the cheap drink. So why would I charge that? So this networking thing is just so important. I know I'll talk about it time and time again throughout this podcast, but it's just so important, guys. If you're doing anything in your life, no matter what you're doing, network the hell out of it. Just network the hell out of it, because it's just gonna pay you back in enormous dividends. The final thing, by the way, right now, bases loaded. I'm trying to see here. They've already pulled a bod. Shocker, should have kept me, Boston. But 1-2, 1 out here. Who's up? I can't see who's up right now. They're showing a replay, but bases loaded. Nice, that's nice. But regardless, on top of that, and ties into the networking world, give you a little update on the golf course. I'm actually playing Bayonne Country Club, which coincidentally, the Barstool 4Play guys played speed golf there, which I actually watched this morning, which is pretty cool. But I'm gonna head over there, and when I talk about these golf clubs, man, it's being able to strip away that, not just be able to have meetings there, it's being able to bring people or talk to people that might even be members there or become friends with people there, and it immediately strips away the business thought process. Immediately just, hey, we're talking as friends. Oh, let me help you, see if I can help you. And that's what you want. You want that environment. You don't want the environment of a conference room in your office. You don't want that environment. You want the environment of, hey, that was a freaking horrible chip, but I might be able to help you with, acquiring that bank. Regardless, I'm just for example. But I'm playing that Thursday. Looking forward to it. I'm a little rusty in my golf game, but hopefully I'm getting better. I picked up a few things at the end of my last round, so I think I've been doing wrong for 30 years. So I'm happy to do that. But guys, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope the Red Sox end up winning this game. It's now 4-1, 3-2, 1 out again, and it seems as though the Red Sox are on a good path here to keep allowing me to keep enjoying my Sunday against this Baltimore Orioles team that is just atrocious. But hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys have a great week. And until next time, guys, I'll see you at the bar. Thank you so much for listening to the Sorry We're Closed podcast. Go subscribe to our email chain over at thepatlight.com and follow us on all social media. Until next time, guys, I'll see you at the bar.
Sorry, we're closed.